Hello, this screencast video attempts to show you how to go back in and complete a homework assignment that you have started but not completed from the past, and also how to access past homework or quizzes or tests that the deadline is already passed, but you wish to review. So the first thing you have to do, again, since our course, our MyMathLab classes are Canvas linked, is to go in through your Canvas class. This time I'm going to use my Fall 2023 pre-calculus class as an example. So I'm clicking this tile to get into our pre-calculus Canvas class, and you'll click the My Lab and Mastering button. And once you click the orange, yellow, whatever color you call this button here to open My Lab and Mastering, it will open up our MyMathLab page that is a Canvas linked one. So if we were to click on the student gradebook in MyMathLab, it would show the assignments that you've already worked on. So I've already started to do some mock examples of problems from quizzes and homework so that you can see how these review links are available, because I've already done some problems as a demonstration of some of the tools available in MyMathLab. If I click on the assignments button and scroll down, the homework assignment that I was working on refers to using logarithms and exponentials in pre-calculus, and that's covered in section 4.4 through 4.6. So the post assignment for those three sections has this link. So if I click the assignment, you'll see that all these problems that have a red X on them are problems that I did not get correct, and problems with a green check I did get correct. So I can go back in days after, hours after I've already logged out and started to do some of the problems and pick up where I left off doing any problems I haven't done, or I can even go back to a problem that I got wrong and redo it. So if I start at question 1 here, you notice I can go back in and complete the assignment and do this problem. I'll just pick some questions randomly, whether they're right or not, and move on to the next question. Question 2 is a problem I got wrong in before, so I'm just going to move on to that problem and show how the last incorrect answer I had for this was -4. It was very close. The power, actually, the answer that I last gave was -1, but the correct answer is -4, because the log of 0.0001 is what power you raise 10 to get 1/10,000th. And 10 to the -4 is 1/10,000th in exponential form. So this answer is -4, and the last answer I provided out of my 3 guesses was -1. So if I click this button down here on the bottom, similar question, I'm given a new problem, and the answer to this actually is the incorrect answer I had before, because log of 0.1, which is the log of 1/10th, is the power you raise 10 to get 1/10th, and that power is -1. 10 to the -1 is 0.1. So the answer to this is -1. If you're in the Math160 class and viewing this, you don't have to understand the content. I'm just trying to show you how you can get a correct answer for a problem after you've already got it wrong. So right now it's got a red check and red X, but when I check the answer this time, since I did it correctly, even though it still has a grayed out red X here, when I click next question, it will quickly change that red X to a green check and move on to the next problem. So if we go back to that problem before, you can see now it's a green check and I'm getting credit for it. So sometimes you need to answer questions with decimals. Sometimes you have to answer questions with different symbols in math. So if I click on that box, you'll notice down here is a template for simple things like square roots or other roots like cube roots and exponents and fractions and absolute value and subscripts. And if you click the More button, there are other things in the template you can use as part of your answer. Okay, so that was just trying to show you how you could go back and work on a problem, a homework set that you have not completed in the past. So if I close that and leave it, it'll show an updated score. So when I go to the student gradebook, now it'll show the new score, taking into consideration that I've now completed a second problem correct. You can keep on working on it until you finish it. Same thing goes for the quizzes, although when you look at the review of these quizzes, it will only show you the problems that you got right and wrong. And for any question that you didn't answer, it'll show you what the correct answer would be for that problem. You can review past quizzes in the past by using that option. So if you navigate back from the course home and you click on Student Gradebook, that's where you will see all the assignments that you've worked on before. And as long as you've done at least one problem from that section, you can click on the review button and review that assignment. So even if the deadline for this had passed, this would be available through the student gradebook and the blue link, the hyperlink that says review. And you can go back and review problems after you've worked on them. Notice that if we wanted to look at the quiz after its deadline is finished, we can click the review button here and also review the past problems from the quiz for study purposes. So that shows you how to go back and complete previously incomplete problems that you didn't finish, or to review past assignments in the past for studying purposes.